you said something earlier in the conversation about it being performative. And that's really what I get from this because, Nike has really, really big ad campaign out right now for women's sports with like Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Caitlin Clark, Jordan Childs, the gymnast, where they're basically saying like, they told women for so long that you can't be this or you can't be
Oh
that.
yeah.
So do that, be that. And it's like, okay, I appreciate that, but that is performative because then you look at like their labor practices, which are made up largely of women who are being taken advantage of because they're being paid pennies or nothing at all in some situations, I imagine, to give this company the illusion that they want to empower women, that they really care about people. And so I think that is kind of that's the part that I'm having a hard time reconciling.
Come to the show.
Is coming to you live from Long Beach, California. Welcome to the OK Bed Newsroom. These are your headlines for today. So let's finish up with a little sports and business. So in 2015, Nike became the exclusive on-court apparel company for the NBA and just signed a 12-year extension in October of 2024. And then in 2023, the shapewear brand Skims, created by Kim Kardashian, became the official underwear partner for the NBA, WNBA, and USA basketball. And now, Nike and Skims will be releasing their first Nike Skims collab women's line later this spring. Many see this partnership as a natural fit because of the cachet of Nike and the star power of Kim Kardashian, but there are some that see this partnership as another venture capitalist cash grab. Nike and Skims have a lot in common in the sense that both of these companies publicly proclaim to be agents of equity and positive change in the fast fashion industry. But based on the most recent Fashion Accountability Report from 2024, Skims and Nike might not be who they say they are. In the 2024 Fashion Accountability Report, Skims and Nike received low scores for their sustainability and ethical practices. And what contributed to these low scores was an overall lack of transparency about things like carbon emissions, worker conditions, child labor, and more. Ayati, what is your reaction to these findings, and does this surprise you?
Well, yeah, it don't surprise me. Like, this is what they do. Like, like we alluded before, folks. I see the world as a bunch of pirates. It's just motherfuckers that see something that's valuable to them, and they want to take that shit, and they don't want to pay for it. This is no different. They use like performance things to make you feel comfortable with what they're doing. So, like, of course, they say, oh, we're for the environment, we're against fast fashion, but you don't really see the results. It's like, to me, it's just lip service. So when I find out that somebody actually been watching their ads and then you see what really been going on and they be like, oh, this score is terrible. It makes sense because you can't be what you're not. You can be a wolf who puts on like the cloak of like a rooster and you're trying your best to go, oh, cool, but you're still a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to do what you do. And in my mind, these are all pirates. They call it profit. They call it, opportunities. They call them efficiencies. They call it being lean. They use all these words. I'm about to just hurt some people. So when I call it a cash grab, it's clearly a cash grab. Like, Kim, we ain't fool. You want to make some money real quick. And Nike, you ain't fool. You said, shit, she might be able to get a bunch of money. So we're going to combine this shit together. And the way you make profit, you do that shit as cheap as you fucking can. So they're going to find the most shady, weird motherfucker who will guarantee that they'll get the shit done and won't tell you what's really going on. I think it's like one of those don't ask, don't tell kind of things. As long as you don't tell me what you're doing to the environment, I'm going to just believe it ain't happening.
Right.
Even though I see clearly a bunch of shit with Nike and Skims over it, washing up in the oceans and shit, all up on the motherfucking, on the beach. I didn't do that. Like, motherfucker, you know you did that. Like, how do you be in that type of, like, disconnect? So, yeah, I'm not surprised at all with this. I'm just, to the point, I'm not at peace with it. It ain't like I'm just okay. Like, since I'm not gonna do shit, I wasn't gonna buy the shit to begin with, probably tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I rock with Nike every now and then.
Historically, I've rocked with Nike over Adidas, but yeah, this doesn't help. This doesn't endear me to them or engender support for me.
But I'm also like, to me, I use the analogy as Coke versus Pepsi. It's both cola. So in my mind, if I choose Adidas or I choose Nike, it's just a different pirate with a different flag.
You ain't lying. So you ain't lying.
The only way to dodge them is to completely not participate. And unfortunately, I'm not in a position where I can just completely remove myself from this whole thing.
Right.
So, but as far as this shit coming out, that was hilarious. Like, I just don't know what we should do at this point, because I feel like they're going to spin it somehow, some way. This is going to still somehow be spun to be a good thing, or somehow told that it's fake news, or, oh, this ain't real. They always plant the doubt and the burden of responsibility on the person who bringing to light. And to me, that's victim blaming.
Yep.
At the end of the day, what are the name of that group? You said the ethics board?
The Fashion Accountability Report, which is a nonprofit organization.
Y'all did y'all job.
Yeah.
Don't let them try to reverse this shit back on you. Well, show me the proof and all that shit. Man, we can go to any beach, any foreign country. We see a bunch of this bullshit washed up on somebody's shit. We can go to fucking probably Google Maps and just see this big ass fucking garbage patch floating in the motherfucking ocean. I don't own a plastic manufacturing company. You don't make Dorito bags. You at home probably don't own motherfucking Nike manufacturing or some warehouse, but you motherfuckers who do, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
You made that shit. And it's now in the ocean. I don't give a fuck who hands that shit touched. You started that shit.
Yep.
So if that shit ends in the ocean, you was the loop where that shit began. So I'm not saying don't give a fuck. Still try to recycle, try to be sustainable. But don't be out here feeling all bad and shit. Think, oh my God, it's my fault. No, it ain't your fault. You don't own none of this shit. You don't own none of this shit. You are a victim. Okay?
We just in the system.
We in this shit, trying our best to navigate this shit.
We didn't create it, nor are we maintaining it. We are just in it. We just living it.
And don't be surprised you slip on them Skims. Some shit might be wrong. Like, shit don't fit right. You can't run the way you want to, or you itch a little bit. Look, you can't guarantee anything people say about a product, whether they say it's going to do X, Y, Z. The only thing you can guarantee about a product is that it was designed to make a profit. So just know when you purchase it, somebody making money off that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it was designed really to do. That's the only thing they can guarantee. They can figure out that very efficiently. But all this other shit you buying it for, you better just own it.
Yeah.
If you buying it because you think you're going to run faster, that's you. But you can't guarantee that that's what it really do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, I think for me, you said something earlier in the conversation about it being performative. And that's really what I get from this, because, Nike has really, really big ad campaign out right now for women's sports with like Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Caitlin Clark, Jordan Childs, the gymnast, where they're basically saying like, they told women for so long that you can't be this or you can't be that.
Yeah.
So do that, be that. And it's like, okay, I appreciate that, but that is performative, because then you look at like their labor practices, which are made up largely of women who are being taken advantage of because they're being paid pennies or nothing at all in some situations, I imagine, to give this company the illusion that they want to empower women, that they really care about people. And so I think that is kind of that's the part that I'm having a hard time reconciling, is like over here, and this is what you alluded to in your book, but also in in one of our previous headlines, is like billionaires are over here saying, look at this is what we're doing, this is what we stand for, as a distraction so that they can keep doing whatever they're doing over here in the shadows and in the dark.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's exactly what's happening here. And and the NBA isn't absolved of this either, right? Like they are the mediator. They are what brought these two companies together, because they both were attached to the NBA initially under the guise of doing a lot in the community, being able to bring equity to the fashion space and all of these things. And it just feels like we like, I still don't know what Skims is doing with the NBA. They still haven't done jack shit, bro. Like, other than I kid you not, bro. Like, other than seeing their little digital logo on the courts when motherfuckers is running up and down the court to play, like, I haven't heard about any community events. I haven't heard about any community outreach. I haven't heard anything about any equity initiatives or any of that. And now that we're in this place in our world, and in particular in our country, where DEI is out of vogue, they have no incentive to invest in anything remotely close to that type of work. So to me, again, it just feels like a cash grab, and it feels like this Nike and Kim Kardashian, they saw an opportunity to say, oh, we can pool our riches and pool our wealth and really go big. Because I mean, remember, like, Kim Kardashian raised like $4 billion in like 4 or 5 months when she started this company. And so it just, wealth begets wealth in this situation. But it's unfortunate that that these things have to be called out, and not that they're just being called out, but that there still isn't any level of accountability. There's no incentive for Skims or Nike or the NBA to make a change, because like, the people that are running the show and that have created the systems are on some level probably benefiting from this happening. And that is our world, and that is also bad soil. That is this book in a nutshell. So make sure y'all go read it.
Appreciate that plug, brother.
Yeah, man.
Silver lining is that I think Northwest will always be our little, like, our little inside plug, because she don't give a fuck. For the time being, she gonna spill the beans. I'll never forget that clip when she told her mama, like, what do you do, mama? Like, that shit was funny as fuck. I just feel like she gonna always just be our little plug to always keep the Kardashian humble.
Yeah, keep them grounded. keep them on this earth. Keep their feet on the ground.
North gonna always be ready.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, she is her mom and her dad for sure. Like she can't be denied.
I love North. So she's funny as fuck.
Oh man, that's great. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, listening. We really appreciate all the love and support that we've gotten since our recent transition. And yeah, we're excited about where we are, and also excited about where we're going. So y'all make sure y'all go out and like, subscribe, share, comment, and give us feedback. Let us know what you think about the show and the different segments that we're doing and incorporating. And until next time, Ayati,
stay casual.